Back on FS1 inside Movistar Arena in Santiago, Chile, and ready for our main event. The tale of the tape. Demian Maia at 40 years old, 9 years older than Kamaru Usman. 1 inch taller is Maia, 1 pound heavier on the scales. The reach advantage of 4 inches belongs to Kamaru Usman. Setting the table for us one final time, Joe Martinez.
Desde Movistar Arena de Santiago, Chile. Damas y caballeros, esta es la pelea estelar de la noche. 5 asaltos en el peso welter. And here we go, ladies and gentlemen, with our main event of the evening. 5 rounds this scheduled in the UFC welterweight division. Sanctioned by the Brazilian MMA Athletic Commission, Commissioner Caio Portela, and the Executive Director Cristiano Sampaio. Los 3 jueces por ese combate, the 3 judges scoring at octagon side, Guilherme Bravo, Sal D'Amato, and Chris Lee. Encargado de la acción, your referee in charge of the action, Leon Roberts. Y ahora, damas y caballeros, los jueces están listos, los peleadores están listos. Si están listos, chilenos, dile al mundo, make some noise if you Presentado primero en la esquina azul, introducing to you first, fighting out of the blue corner. He is a freestyle fighter standing 6 feet even, weighing in officially 170 pounds. This 13-fight veteran has a record of 12 victories and 1 defeat. He is the number 7 ranked welterweight contender in the world, fighting out of Dallas, Texas, USA. Here is the Nigerian Nightmare, Kamaru Usman. He's opened in la esquina roja. His opponent across the octagon, fighting out of the red corner. A Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu practitioner standing 6 feet 1 inch tall. He weighed in at the welterweight limit, 171 pounds, and in 33 bouts has 25 victories and 8 defeats. He is the number 5 welterweight contender in the world, presentado de Sao Paulo, Brazil. Here is Demian Maia.
Gentlemen, you both know the rules, you both know what I expect. Protect yourselves at all times, follow my instructions at all times. If I ask for a break, I expect a good, clean break. Fight hard, fight fair, fight clean. Touch gloves, back to your corners.
Set to go from Santiago, Chile, Kamaru Usman and Demian Maia. 5 rounds in the UFC welterweight division between top 10 contenders. Kamaru Usman is in the green. Demian Maia is in the gray.
We've talked so much about the grappling in this fight. Who will have the superior stand-up? That could be the difference. Usman starting out very loose.
Incredible the physique that Kamaru Usman cuts at 170 pounds.
He's unbelievably strong, this guy.
Oftentimes has the strength advantage with his welterweight opponents. But of course, if you are a specialist on the ground like Demian Maia, that does not always tell the story. 9 wins by submission for Demian Maia. 1 more will tie him all-time lead in the UFC with Royce Gracie.
Usman so far looking very, very quick. Oh, nice.
Return fire from Maia, who stood and traded with Colby Covington last fall. In the first round that many did not expect between a wrestler and a jiu-jitsu ace.
Problem is, I don't think he traded that efficiently. Going for the first takedown.
There's the shot from Maia.
Got it.
And there's a takedown from Maia. But Usman right back to his feet.
Can't keep him down. First, That's exactly what you want to do. Is if you get taken down, make him spend a ton of energy going for takedowns when he can't stabilize position.
For those wondering what it would be like to shoot on Usman and take him down, there you have it, right back to his feet.
That was the issue in the Colby Covington fight. Spent a lot of energy trying to take Covington down.
Roberts one hook in for Usman.
Almost in a twister position, free up that arm.
Don't grab the gloves, don't grab the gloves. Don't grab the gloves.
You mentioned it, a very different opponent for Kamaru Usman. He had been training the entire time for Santiago Ponzinibbio, who then got injured. Kamaru Usman told me this week that it was tough. He had to train for a few weeks for his first main event, not knowing who he would fight. Demian Maia steps to the plate.
A guy with a very specific style. That'll totally change your camp around. Ponzinibbio, more of a striker.
Wrist control only.
This is a position where he cannot make a mistake. Demian Maia has one hook in, putting a lot of torque on the abdomen there, turning him to his left. He wants that second hook. But so far, the whizzer, right now, that arm over the top is called a whizzer in wrestling. He's holding onto that for dear life. What's preventing Demian Maia from fully getting his back is that whizzer position.
And as you said, patience from Demian Maia. He will camp out if he can win small battles.
Yeah.
Do something from there.
I'd expect him to rush.
Just hold him in that position.
With 90 seconds to go in the first round, Leon Roberts
Do something from there.
has been quick to break other fights up tonight. And a stalemate.
No. Just hold him. Two minutes.
Thoughts on that? He fired the right hand.
He was. I don't like the timing of the stoppage because right when he started throwing. If he had done it 5 seconds earlier, I would have understood that. But right when he starts throwing, that's when he breaks him up.
Nonetheless, they're back to the center.
It's kind of a stalemate position, but Demian Maia just starting to throw punches.
Just one finish in the UFC for Kamaru Usman, but it was emphatic in Pittsburgh last September against Sergio Moraes.
Folded him with a right hand. Beautiful shot.
Big right hand as he steps into it, as Usman looks to get busier on the feet.
Oh, nice step in left hand. I might have rocked him a bit.
Final 20 seconds of the first round. Usman a -700 favorite, but Demian Maia, as a +450 underdog, has held his own through the first 5 minutes. Combination from Usman. There's the horn, back in 30 seconds.
Go ahead. Come on. Okay. Breathe first. Breathe. You're doing good. You're doing good. Chill.
You do everything good. You need to be a little more relaxed. He's already hurt on his leg, right? Good. Start in your regular stance in the beginning of the round. Just your regular stance. Switch up after. But find your spots. He's not so dangerous, but he throws the overhand.
We listen into the corner of Kamaru Usman.
Switch your stance. Then you see the overhand coming.
Okay. Now you're warm, okay? He has nothing. He's slowing down already, okay? Keep faking. Keep guessing, okay? Throw to his chest. He's already tired.
Hey, but find your distance a little bit.
Breathe. Relax.
Find your distance.
You're doing great.
Vanessa Hansen with us in Santiago, Chile, as we get set for our second round in our main event. Thoughts on what you heard from Henry Hooft and company in the corner of Kamaru Usman?
No surprise there at all. They believe in his athleticism. They believe he has the better gas. That Demian Maia is going to start slowing down. Want to loosen up and throw a little bit more. This is a little bit tight.
Put your fingers in, Kamar. Put your fingers in.
Looking to find his range. Just missed with the left, just missed with the uppercut to Kamaru Usman.
Starting to stalk a little bit. See him kind of walking Demian Maia down. Most fighters don't fight like this against Demian Maia because they're worried about his takedown. Kamaru Usman doesn't look like he's concerned about it. He took me down once, I popped right back up again.
Low kick up top, nice stiff jab from Usman. Another attempt from Maia, stuffed by Usman.
No chance there. He backs out, or if he even tries to pull guard from here.
Repeatedly invited Covington to the ground, invited Tyron Woodley to the ground in their title fight last summer, but could not land a takedown. Had one early, Usman right back up. Was unable to get major work in was Demian Maia, and now it's Usman in dominant position here.
Look at the fighters who have beaten Demian Maia: Colby Covington, Tyron Woodley, Jake Shields, Chris Weidman, Mark Munoz, standout wrestlers, all of those guys. Now, he's beaten standout wrestlers himself, beat Chael Sonnen. That was excellent. John Fitch, excellent wrestling background, but the majority of fighters who have beaten Demian Maia were the standout wrestlers that he couldn't take down. That's been the story of his career so far.
But it's the striking of Usman that he wants to put on display here in the second round.
That looks very sharp so far.
Come on, put those fingers in. Tuck those fingers in.
Repeated warnings from Leon Roberts to keep the fingers closed. Again, new rules in effect as the Brazilian MMA Commission oversees these fights here in Chile. Another shot from Demian Maia, halfway through the second round. Usman stuffs it once again.
And that is so fatiguing, going for a takedown and not getting it. You're expending a ton of energy. People who don't watch high-level wrestling, they don't shoot that much. For that reason, is that not getting it is so incredibly tiring. And also, there's a concept in wrestling: stalemate. If you go in, you can't get it, your opponent sprawls on you, stalemate, stand you up again. You generally know pretty quickly if you're going to get it or not. Obviously, there are scrambles, but you don't end up hanging on to a position that costs you a lot of energy. In MMA, there's no stalemate call. You can get stuck under there, and it costs you a ton of energy. Every time Demian Maia shoots, doesn't get a takedown, it really costs him.
Usman waiting for the big shot, perhaps, but finding his rhythm on the feet in the second round. Maia counters with a left. Grabs a single leg once again.
Really committing to it, trying to take out that far leg, but great balance by Kamaru Usman.
Usman up to the task once again.
Every time he stops a takedown, you'll watch his confidence grow. Great work with the lead hand. Very sharp with the jab. That's what's setting up these power shots.
Left hand lands for Usman. Into the clinch they go. That's Maia back to the fence. 30 seconds to go in the second of 5 rounds. Maia jumps guard.
Problem is, there are only 20 seconds left. It's not a lot of time to get something done. Look for Usman to be very, very careful from here.
Fingers, come on, watch your fingers.
Usman, no room to work.
Watch your fingers.
Needs to watch the fingers in the eye. Once again, we're back in 30 seconds.
You're pressing down on his face, watch your fingers in his eye. Go, 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 go.
Isso, respira.
Breathe, breathe.
Água na mão. Mais importante agora é você recuperar, tá? Mais um.
You need to wait a little bit more.
Você viu que a luta em pé não tem segredo. Você precisa isso, é
There's no
inteligência de
secret.
recuperar entre as ações.
He's waiting for the takedown.
Não economizar na finta, a mão de trás só
As
tem
soon as
que
he
vir
makes
depois
some
de finta.
fints, try to go inside.
Sempre, ok? fala.
Something really weird.
Welcome back, and we're listening to the corner of Demian Maia.
So just be patient. Try to circle and make a lot of fins.
Você teve entradas em bom tempo. Faltou
You need to get in
joelho do chão mais
at your
rápido.
time.
And look at the takedown defense. Demian Maia lowering his level, going high crotch, trying to switch to a double leg. 3 or 4 different, spurts of effort.
Right back,
And
please,
then
sir.
he's
Right back.
changing position. He went high crotch, double leg, trying to trip out the far leg. None of it worked. And every single step there costs you gas.
Thoughts on what Demian Maia might switch his game plan to? We've seen this against Tyron Woodley, Colby Covington. Does he just keep going back to the well?
He might keep going back to what we might see an earlier guard pull. He jumped guard. There just wasn't a lot of time left in the round. Wouldn't be surprised if we see it earlier. He has more minutes to work, but nice.
Moves forward with a right, throws a big looping right hand over the top.
The problem with being a specialist like Demian Maia in modern MMA is what happens if you can't get it going. He's never been the guy to really have a backup, no real plan B or C. Striking's decent, but right now he's getting out-punched. That's the thing about Demian Maia being so good at jiu-jitsu and being such a huge part of his game. So he can't get the takedown going. It's hard for him to win fights.
Usman acknowledging the level of jiu-jitsu that Maia is, and of course wanting to avoid it. And saying the game plan for him is the same as it always is. Control where the fight goes, and if that happens, I'll make it look easy. Right now he wants the fight on the feet in the center. Yet to land any big power shots, but found his rhythm certainly with the hands in round 2. Oh, big right. Stumbled a bit, did Usman, on the way in. Combination shaken off by Usman.
Usman so far throwing the sharper, crisper punches. When they land, they just snap the head back of Demian Maia.
Continues to switch stances as well.
Reaching takedown, it's not going to work.
Maia eats a right. Usman chasing him down with under 3 minutes to go in the third of 5 rounds.
Kamaru Usman right now oozing confidence. Smiling, not worried about the striking of Demian Maia.
Steps in once again, twice with the right. Maia appears to have abandoned the single leg shot strategy. Uppercut lands, Maia on the run once again.
Chasing him around the octagon. I mean, he's being... One thing we're seeing is Demian Maia willing to engage in the stand-up a little bit more. He's not diving for a ton of takedowns he can't get. Just as I said, he goes for one, trying to pull. But in the Colby Covington fight, he went for it over and over and over again. It cost him a ton of gas. Fighting a little bit more efficiently, but still on the losing end. The referee's not going to put up with that.
None of that. But Demian Maia, once again, as we've seen in his last 2 fights, inviting his opponent to the ground.
Shades of Verdum over him.
That is not where his opponents generally want to go, and they know it. So back to the feet with a minute to go in the third of 5 rounds. Another right lands for Usman, left goes the body.
it's that idea of single legs not working. Takedowns like that just are not going to get it done. What is Demian Maia's second and third option?
Stuffed once again.
Looks like he's thinking about another guard pull, trying to sit out, but once again, 20 seconds left. Against a wrestler who can just stay tight and stall, that's not going to work.
Largely on the feet once again in the third round. And it ends with Usman in dominant position, as we will hear the bell and see a fourth.
Senta, postura, água para
Get in position.
Só respira, postura para respirar melhor. Ó,
You're gonna have to deep breath.
Já foram 3, bichão, tá? Já foram 3. Esse ele ganhou.
It's been 3 rounds already
Difícil
for
de
him.
marcar. Agora o mais importante é na cabeça, tem mais 2. Com o erro dele a gente pode ganhar a luta. Então a gente
You still have one more.
plano. O que eu não posso é começar a querer adivinhar o tempo, entrar
You
no meio
can't
pra
be
não
just
matar meu
forcing
gás. E nem ficar
the
mandando uma
takedown.
mão de trás atrás da outra. Tá faltando acreditar um pouco mais no jab duplo.
You need to believe in yourself a little bit more.
O jab duplo, quando ele tá perto da grade, ele tá morrendo de medo. Ele chega perto da grade e começa a dar blitz. Porque
He's
ele
moving
tá
to the
morrendo de medo de
sides,
ficar na
because he
grade.
knows you're gonna
Então,
shoot
usa
in.
isso a teu favor. Você viu que dá pra fazer o corredor, sair com ele.
You're in control. You're in control. You got it, Kamaru.
It's UFC Fight Night on a special day and time. Liverpool's own Darren Till steps into the octagon with the hometown crowd at his back as he faces #1 ranked contender Stephen Wonderboy Thompson. UFC Fight Night from Liverpool, May 27, 10 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Pacific. Excuse me, 1 p.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Pacific on FS1. Stream it live as well on Fox Sports Go. Big right from Usman lands, knocks Maia to the ground. Hammer fist from Usman as he looks for a big moment.
The first time in this fight, Maia's really been in trouble. And Usman looking like he wants the finish, not backing up.
And a big cut above the left eye, it appears, of Demian Maia as Usman stays busy on top.
Watch his mouth, please. Watch his mouth. Chin strap's fine. Get your fingers out of his mouth.
Shoulder stays heavy.
Wrist control's fine. Don't. So wrist.
Thoughts on Usman locking up after success there with the striking?
That's very interesting. I thought he would do this and back off. Could be trying to wear Demian Maia out a little bit more. Keep some weight on him, then let him back up.
Now back to the center. Usman working the jab. Stuffs the takedown once again.
Short, safe punches, not letting Demian Maia pull guard and roll back. If he does, he's going to push him and stand up again.
Keep coming this way. Keep coming this way. Keep circling good.
Looking very much like the last round of the Colby Covington fight. Same kind of thing.
Maia continues to try anything he can do to get some sort of position on the ground, but instead it's a lot of the 4 ounces on the right hand of Kamaru Usman.
Demian Maia has to sell out with his striking, has to get something done because looks like one-way traffic so far. And that was as close as he has gotten in a long time, and not able to get the takedown again. He looks exhausted.
Fingers, Kamar, fingers. Keep your fingers in, Kamar.
Halfway through the 4th round, as Usman continues to try to pick apart the 40-year-old Brazilian veteran.
One thing you have to remember, Demian Maia took a fight against Kamaru Usman that a lot of fighters were running from. This fight was on late notice. He stepped up. He's finding himself in a tough spot against a young, talented fighter who has incredible takedown defense. He knew that coming in. Deserves a lot of credit for that, for sure. Can't question this guy's heart. offensively hasn't had the answer for Kamaru Usman.
Offense for Usman in this one has been on the feet in the striking department. A bit of a change up from what he is used to, but he has shown the ability to get it done everywhere. Right hook.
Yeah. Slip through again. A lot of stance switching as well. Like I'm seeing with Usman is looking tight in terms of the accuracy of his strikes. Not a lot of loopy punches.
Maia once again for the single leg. And let's go. The pressure of Usman, who says, come on, back up. Right from Usman, who continues to move forward. The question for Maia, even if he lands on the feet, how much power does he have left after all those takedown attempts?
Exactly, I mean, doesn't have a lot of pop on his punches, hasn't really been able to hurt Usman yet. He's a veteran, let's see what we can do in the last round.
Usman stalking and looking for the big shot at the end of the fourth round. We will stay here, follow Demian Maia into his corner to hear what his corner has to say before the final.
Senta no banco. Segura isso aqui por trás.
Stand in the stool.
Boa, Demian. A água vai estar na tua mão. Só respira.
I just want you to breathe now.
Para recuperar. Ó,
You need to recover.
Tá? Isso, presta atenção.
Pay attention
Você não
now.
precisa aceitar a troca de chumbo. Ele quer só jogar o direto quando você
From
já
the
tá na
beginning,
grade.
he's
Essa é a
only
coisa.
waiting
Ele te
to get you with the
tudo
right
direto
hand.
e aí te pegar um cruzado na saída. Então a galopada tá
He's
funcionando.
waiting to cross you with the left hand too.
Tentar um pouco mais quando eu tô no meio. E principalmente quando eu já estiver no meio.
So I need you to be more
Jogar o jab e fazer ele andar um pouco mais para trás.
more precision on you.
Here's a right hand from Usman. Boom, right on the nose, and look in the corner. It's pretty badly swollen, might be broken, not seeing a lot of blood. But it is very swollen in the corner. Great attack by Usman, not letting Demian Maia off the hook.
Tapping the hand's good. It's just a couple of times getting close. Just be careful for me, okay? Thank you, sir.
Demian Maia into the fifth round once again.
You ready? You ready? Bring
Went
it on.
5-4 with the champ Tyron Woodley last summer. Lasted the 3 full rounds with Colby Covington, who took heavy punishment in the third and final round. Final 5 minutes for Kamaru Usman and Demian Maia here in Santiago, Chile.
The question in my mind right now is, Kamaru Usman wanted a decisive win, he wanted a big finish. Will he take a risk in the final round or know that he has probably 4 in the bag? Or will he just coast to these last 5 minutes? Does he want to take that risk that might let Demian Maia back into the fight?
And while he speaks of wanting those exclamation point wins, he makes no nonsense about the fact that it's the belt.
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
the belt, and I'm not going to put anything else in the way of that. Maia tries to scoot in, can't get it done. Usman not immediately inviting him back to the feet. There he goes.
Right back. Strike.
Combination thrown by Usman. Gas tank for Usman looks impressive in his first 5-rounder.
But he's been able to pace himself well too. He hasn't been pushed to the point of that he's had to go past his limits. It's been fought at his pace. He's been the one deciding when he wanted to attack, when he wants to defend. He hasn't had those moments of adversity that really take the gas out of your tank like Demian Maia has. That's another important thing to keep in mind.
Back down to the ground they go, and Maia once again not in a position of advantage. Don't miss a complete recap of all the action in Santiago on our post-fight show next on FS1, or you can stream it live on Fox Sports Go.
I really thought he would stand up at this point. And he's looking. You hear his corner saying, watch out for the arm triangle. He'll sneak out and go for something. Can't get it here. The arm's not across the neck. Demian Maia just trying to latch on and get something done.
As we hit the top of the hour, Brendan Fitzgerald with Jimmy Smith here in Santiago, Chile. Our main event between Kamaru Usman in the green trunks and Demian Maia in the white. A fight largely dominated by the Nigerian, who has been able to stay busy with the hands, landing combinations on Demian Maia. The Brazilian not being able to get this fight into his wheelhouse.
He's been game, he's been tough. He's done everything he can to stay in this fight, but his takedown has not been there. It's been a kickboxing battle with the superior wrestler and hasn't worked out his way.
Hammer fists across the face of Usman for Maia. And Usman too smart for that. Is this actually going to work?
I don't think he'll commit his hips. He'll stay on the outside. Nope.
Stay back for me.
Might as well try and, dare a guy to jump into a pit full of rattlesnakes. Let's jump to the guard of Demian Maia.
Under a minute to go in our fifth and final round between two top 10 welterweight contenders. Usman was stepping in, took a left from Maia, back down to the ground, but Usman quick to escape.
Up, up, up.
Combination thrown with heavy hands by Usman in the final 20 seconds.
Doesn't look like Usman is going to get the finish he wanted, but in control of this fight the entire time. He won a top 5 fighter and he handled him.
Big right in the final seconds. Maia to his back one more time when the horn will sound. Kamaru Usman and Demian Maia go the full 25 minutes here in Chile. Our move of the fight, sponsored by Metro PCS, bringing you closer than ever to the UFC, putting knockout coverage in your hands by covering 99% of people in the US.
We knew he had a great offensive takedown. How was his defense? It was pretty good. Demian Maia not able to get this fight to the ground, spent a lot of effort on takedowns, but they got easier and easier to defend as this fight dragged on. Kamaru Usman able to turn this into a kickboxing match. Great range, good power with the right hand. Didn't overexert himself, still respected the ground game of Demian Maia, but he was ahead every minute of this fight.
Looking to extend his winning streak to 12 straight. When we return, the official decision. all that's left is to make things official in our main event. And for that, one final time inside the octagon to Joe Martinez.
Y ahora, damas y caballeros, nos vamos a las tarjetas de los jueces. Now, fight fans, we go to the judges' scorecards. Los puntos 50-45, 50-45, 49-46, 49-46, 2 times 49-46. El ganador por decisión unánime, your winner by unanimous decision, the Nigerian Nightmare, Kamaru Usman.
I'm here with your winner, Kamaru Usman. Not the decisive finish you wanted, but still a wipeout for 25 minutes against a top 5 fighter. How does it feel?
Estoy con el ganador, Kamaru Usman. Quizás no es la terminación que tú querías, pero estuviste 25 minutos con un tiburón del piso.
Yeah, nothing but respect for Demian Maia, a legend in the game. It was an honor to be able to come in here and compete with him. But no excuses, but I think I broke my right hand in the second. I wasn't letting it go as much, and I broke the left one in the third. But, you know, this just to let everybody know, for the longest, everyone's talking about, oh, I haven't fought a top 10 guy. That's a legend that's been in the game, 2-time title challenger, and I just dominated him from start to finish.
Sin excusas, Demian Maia es una leyenda dentro del deporte. Creo que me rompí la mano izquierda en el segundo asalto, pero quiero ir cada vez más arriba con rivales de mejor calibre.
Talk about the injury. Was it from throwing strikes? What happened with both hands?
Háblanos de la lesión. ¿Cómo ocurrió?
Yeah, man, he's got a hard head. I hit him a couple times in the head. I felt the right one go early, but the left one came after. But he's got a hard head. He does a good job of blocking punches with the frontal lobe, and it hurt.
Él tiene una cabeza dura y hace muy buen trabajo metiendo la cabeza para bloquear, y en el segundo golpe creo que es cuando me fracturé la mano.
You got a top 5 fighter. You had a dominant performance. What's next for you?
Tuviste un excelente desempeño esta noche. ¿Qué es lo que sigue para ti?
Man, you know what? I'm tired of calling people out and not getting what I asked for. So you know what? I'm not calling nobody out. They need to come fight me. Everybody knows since I got in the game, my social media handle has never changed. Welterweight, and I'm coming for that gold strap.
Estoy cansado de retar gente y que no acepten mis retos, así es que voy a estar esperando. Ya saben mis redes sociales y los estaré esperando.
You heard him. Your winner.
Ninja, which side we not there? What you will not fit do? They say I know what carry bet. I go show they say Ninja, we not they ever carry last.
I can't translate that. Kamaru Usman, ladies and gentlemen.
Still proud of his Nigerian roots, and always with the message after a win, of which he now has 8 in the UFC, 6 by way of unanimous decision. What he was able to do in his first main event spot, his first 5-round fight here at Movistar Arena in Santiago, Chile.